Hello, Bevy people. This is Marcus from TheBevyVIP.com. And today what we're going to do is we're continuing with our Making a Star series here. We're still looking for the right model. So if you are interested, go to our website. I'll put a link in the description below. But you can, if you just go to our website and scroll to the bottom, you'll see Making a Star. And you can sign up here. And this is a project we're doing where we're looking for a few models, starting with one, maybe up to three, that we can work with hand in hand, one-on-one, over the next 3 months to basically make them a star on OnlyFans. And the way you sign up is you go to this page, scroll to the bottom, there's an application, there's some stuff you can read. I mean, we're looking for, someone who's really dedicated to the project because we're going to put a lot of time into working with them. And we'll take you step by step through it. We're going to document the whole thing, and you can watch how the Bevy is going to make someone into a profitable OnlyFans star. So anyway, along those lines, we opened this sort of a dummy account. Maybe it's not really a dummy account, but it's an OnlyFans account to use for tutorials and to post the documentation of this project. But what's interesting is when I went through the verification process yesterday, I did not get approved. And so this is something that can happen to you. So we're basically going to talk about that today. So what they said is in this email is, we are unable to accept your recent application for the following reasons. The cover images or profile photos are misleading or confusing. Images should represent the type of content you tend to post. Now, what they're referring to here is that I didn't post a picture of basically myself or a model or anything. So that's interesting because I have other OnlyFans accounts that don't have any model pictures in the profile or the banner. They're all branded content for my brand, but they're not, of people, but maybe that's changed. So we need to get over this hurdle, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it, and we'll obviously see if it works or not. But that was the top reason. And then the second one, the cover image or profile photo does not match your identity. And what they're referring to here is the identity on my driver's license that I gave them. Then they went on with this stuff about images may not be edited, cropped, or resized, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I think they're referring here, though, to when you take a picture of your identification card, your passport, or driver's license. I can't imagine it has anything to do with this, because look at the sizing of this. How is this not going to be a cropped image? It's going to be cropped, whatever you use here. So all images must be in color. So this to me is referring to the documentation, okay? So to go even further into other reasons why someone's application could be rejected, I found this help page, which there's not always easy finding information on why OnlyFans makes the decisions they do. But this is a rejected applications. I can put a link for this also in the description. I'm not 100% sure if you need to be logged into an OnlyFans account to get to this page. It's possible. But the first few items on here are pretty self-explanatory. It's basically issues with your ID, so we don't have to go over that. The things that I found to be interesting were, where did I see it? So this is an interesting section here. It says verification by additional social media is required at this time. Now, when I filled out my application, I didn't add my Instagram or my Twitter account or my Reddit account or any social media. But that wasn't the reason that I got rejected, apparently, according to their email they sent me. So yeah, this is saying you need social media in order to get verified. You may complete this step by linking your Twitter account or by allowing access for verification to another social media platform such as Instagram or Facebook. So what I'm going to do before I even add that stuff, because I do have those accounts for the Bevy, but before I do that, I'm going to, try to resubmit with a different cover image and a different profile image and see if that gets me past. Maybe that'll get me to the next step, which is they're going to say I have to link my social media accounts. We're basically just trying to break down the steps to see why they're rejecting people, because this is something that's been happening most likely because of the popularity that has happened in 2020. They're trying to cut back on stuff. Now, the next thing to be said here is the cover image or profile photo does not match your identity. This is what I was saying my issue was. Now, if I use this account to also promote the model that I'm going to use in the Making a Star project, I would need to, and I'm going to use, if I use pictures of that model, I will need to submit into OnlyFans the creator's ID with the photo. So basically anyone you're posting on your page, technically you should have their ID information sent to verify them. So if it's not only you being posted, like I was thinking about this for couples, if it was couples posting pictures of the two of them, I guess they both have to go through this process. I haven't had this issue with any of my models before. I haven't had this issue with myself before. So this is a new thing. This is the next step, is the misleading, confusing images. I mean, that's objectionable. Do not match your, the cover image and profile photo do not match criteria. They cannot be nudity and or sexual material. I think when I first opened my first account, I had some nudity on there, and that I had to change that, and it was fine. This is back to that submitted account application for 2 or more creators. Additional documents are required. Submitted account promotes escort services, which are prohibited by the terms of service. What they're referring to here, obviously, is escort services. But if there's anything on your account that suggests like a meetup or in-person connection, they're going to ban you. So don't do that. Submitted account suggests direct contact with fans. That's pretty much the same thing. Submitted account suggests third-party payment processors. Now, this is huge, because I know a lot of models who will put like their Cash App information in there, or charge for one-on-one Skype video calls. They'll sell that on their OnlyFans, and apparently that'll get you banned. So you can't have any of that stuff in there. And what they're referring to is this section in here. So if it says like, buy my content at some other site besides this site, they're going to ban you. So be aware of that. If that's something you plan to do, I wouldn't put that in the descriptions or here. I would only make that interaction through direct messaging with your fans. They're basically just trying to monopolize, they want their 20% for anything you're selling off of their platform. So that's what's going on. And the obvious submitted account owner is not over the age of 18. All right, so where do we stand? We basically stand with an account that's not verified yet. I'm going to do it step by step. So tonight what I'll do is I'll change these images, and then I'll resubmit and see if that gets it through. If it does, I'll let you know how we did that. If that still doesn't work and they're now requiring social media verification, then after that step, I'll submit my social media stuff and see if that worked. And we'll see if we'll get this account going. Now, this isn't going to be an issue with most people, but because I'm using this OnlyFans account not to promote particularly myself as a model, I'm using it to show a process of how we're going about creating a model. Maybe this is against what they want, but what's interesting is that OnlyFans isn't just for like not safe for work content. They actually, you could be a yoga instructor or whatever. They just want to make sure your profile has your image on it. They're not looking for brands, basically, is what I'm getting from it. So with that said, when I do start posting the documentation of how we're going step by step to make a model into a star on OnlyFans, I don't think I'm going to post that content on this account. I think what I'm going to have to do, and see, I can't really use YouTube either, because if any of the content is, risque of any sort, then YouTube's going to ban me. So I think I'm just going to have a direct page on the Bevy VIP website that's going to be for that. for that documentation. So if you're interested, you can be on any side of this. If you want to be considered to be one of the models for Making a Star, go to the website and fill out that application. Okay. The one thing to be said here is you have to use our link to sign up to OnlyFans. And the reasoning for this is simple. We don't charge for any of the services that our models need from us as long as they sign up with our link. It doesn't cost you a dime to use our link. OnlyFans will always take 20% out of anything you make off their platform. What happens with that 20% is if you use our link, we get 5% of the 20% they're already taking out. So it doesn't affect you in any sort of way. So the way we're going to make our money off of, all the time and effort we're going to spend with this model, getting them built up, is by the 5% that is made off their account. Now, that 5% is only going to be taken for the first year. So it's in our best interest to get whichever models sign up with us through this project, get them up and running as quick as possible, earning as much as they can in the first year. The other thing about this project is that we're planning, we want to get the model up and running on her feet and then, set them out in the world where they don't need us anymore and they can just go continue to build their account. It's a partnership type thing we're trying to build. We do work with a lot of models, but the reason we're doing this project is we're seeing a lot of models just aren't dedicated enough to make it worth all the time we're spending with them to get them set up. We basically get them set up, they poke around, make some money, and then they kind of just fizzle out. We want someone that's dedicated to do this. You don't have to be a not safe for work type model. You could be, like I said, you can be a yoga person, you can be a fashion person, you can be someone who does reviews on products, whatever it is you want to do and use OnlyFans for that platform, we want to work with you. That's not to say we don't have, most of our models are not safe for work type models. So we can do either or. If we decided to pick someone who is a safe for work type person, maybe they're an influencer on Instagram and they're looking to make an extra money with OnlyFans, that's going to be sort of a newer thing for us. So this will be really fun to see how we make that happen. We have some methods ready to go, some marketing stuff. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking, but that's the situation about getting verified. You obviously can resubmit. I don't know if there's like a limit to how many times you can keep trying to get verified, but we'll let you know as we go through this process. But that's the story here. My name is Marcus. Check out TheBevyVIP.com. If you have questions, you can put them in the comments below. But what we really rather you do is come to our forums. They're free right now. Just need to sign up. No credit card required. And you can ask any questions you want in there. I'm posting all the videos that we make in those forums. So you can follow this whole project. You can ask whatever questions I get from models that like keep recurring. I'm going to make videos about them because, to be honest with you, I'm like answering the same questions over and over again. So, we have over 100 models and they sometimes will ask the same simple questions, which is perfectly fine. But instead of me like typing out a long email about it, I'm just going to share the link to the how-to videos that we're creating. Anyway, okay, let's let this go for the rest of the night. We'll see if we can get verified. And if you've been rejected for any reason, send us a message. Let us know why. The community would love to hear about it, and we'll just bang this all out together. All right. Have a good night, everybody. This is Marcus, TheBevyVIP.com. Peace.